Oh, Daisy Ridley's back. They're continuing the rise of Skywalker. Yes, that is my Palpatine impression. Wow. Yeah, I mean, look, don't worry about all those people that didn't like your last movies. No disrespect to Daisy Ridley, right? This is not a rag on Daisy Ridley. It's not her fault she was cast in bad movies, right? It's just not. Goodness me. What are you doing, Lucasfilm? I saw this news. This is all coming out of Star Wars Celebration. And I genuinely am at a loss. Why would you double down? Why would you double down so much? This is all confirmed, guys. This is 100% confirmed. Daisy Ridley will rebuild the Jedi Order 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. I don't even have the energy to do the impression properly anymore. Daisy Ridley. Oh dear, Kathleen Kennedy, what are you doing? What are you actually doing? Why? Anyway, let's have a look. Hit subscribe if you're new here. This will just be a bit of a bumbling video because I'm just utterly speechless. So, apologies. There's been rumours for a little while, by the way, about Daisy Ridley being in talks to return as Rey. And this just confirms those rumours. It confirms that they are... again, no disrespect to Daisy Ridley. This is not me ragging on her. It's really not, right? This is not me ragging on Daisy Ridley. I've seen her in other stuff, and she's all right. She's fine, But it's just this whole, from the top down direction of Star Wars at this point in time has been abysmal. And one thing which is, so crystal clear is that people didn't respond to that last trilogy. The viewing figures went downhill. The box office went downhill progressively. The reviews went downhill. And yeah, sure, you've taken a break. Maybe Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy just thought that it was because there was too much too soon, I guess. But we've never had more Star Wars than now. You've got all these TV shows. So that explanation doesn't make any sense. That's not going to be it. They legitimately don't see an issue with what happened to the last movies. But anyway, right. News has been confirmed during Star Wars Celebration in London. Apologies. My country, my capital. Ridley will reprise her sequel trilogy role for the director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy's movie, which will be set a whole 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. Plot details are mostly under wraps, but we do know that Rey will be a powerful Jedi Master, running her own training academy when we catch up with her. Now, Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy is an activist. She's garbage as a director. She is an activist. She stayed signed on to this. This was the project. This is the interesting thing, right? This is the project that Damon Lindelof exited. This was his project initially. You know how writers pitch stuff? Sometimes a director will pitch stuff. But this writer, Damon Lindelof, pitched this movie. A version of, to Lucasfilm. Got another co-writer on board. Then Lucasfilm hired a director, Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. And then creative differences started happening. And Damon Lindelof exited, but the director stayed on board. Because she's just for hire. It never bodes well when a director just stays on board. There was no script at this point in time. This is that script, the one which is now gone. Goodness me. I guess, one of the benefits of this being announced at Star Wars Celebration means that this might never happen, just as an FYI. Because, Lots keeps getting announced at Star Wars Celebration that doesn't happen. Kevin Feige movie, that's cancelled. Oh, wait, what was it? Oh, yeah. Wonder Woman director's movie, yeah, that's cancelled too. So, I guess one of the benefits is that this may never happen anyway. Although out of all of them, I would say that this is highly likely to happen. Now, there were 2 other Star Wars films confirmed during this presentation. So, we had Dave Filoni set to helm a tale set in the New Republic timeline that actually serves as a culmination of the Disney Plus shows. So basically like a film to cap it all off. Not cap it, but, you know, wrap it up. And then there was going to be a James Mangold film as well. Which initially he was actually on board to do a Boba Fett film. But his film will be the story of the first Jedi to ever wield the Force. Look, Mangold's film doesn't sound like it's going to happen. I would put money on that one being the first to go if these films get cancelled. Mangold's film will probably be heavily dependent on Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny doing well. I think that's pretty understandable. But this, goodness me. Star Wars Celebration, they tweet this out. Daisy Ridley returns to the stage and surprises fans at Star Wars Celebration, along with director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, with exciting news about her film. Welcome home, Daisy! Let's have a look at this, shall we? See what the comments are. Will they ever get done, or will they all get scrapped in 2 years? Yep. These movies will be cancelled within 6 months. This is the thing. They have a terrible reputation. I'm down with James. Just look at his CV when it comes to movies, but I'm not too sure about Sharmeen. It's a massive task to continue the timeline after the sequels. Depends who's writing it. Exactly. James Mangold's movie will be great. He's really good, actually. He's a fantastic director. Loads of people rag on him for Indiana Jones, but one, you haven't seen that movie, and secondly, you know, if you're familiar with James Mangold's films, you'll be like, oh no, he's actually good, because he is good. Dave getting his own movie. How many will ever be released? The track record isn't great. They've just become a meme at this point. So basically, we'll get one good film, one awesome film, and one terrible film, respectively. Yeah, pretty much. Oh dear. Fire Kathleen Kennedy. I bet you none of these meet the big screen. Not while KK is in charge. Creativity doesn't last at Lucasfilm, sadly. They're just this fucking meme here. Oh dear, oh dear. I mean, this is literally on the official Star Wars Twitter as well, and they're just being ripped apart. But also, with how many people follow them, right? I mean, 6.2 million followers. They just got nothing. No comments. 79 comments. 103. They should be in the thousands. It just goes to show how little people are interested now. 6.5 million followers, ladies and gents, and they don't even have 1,000 comments about this news. This isn't like brand new news. This has been like out for a couple of hours now, an hour at the very least. But you don't even have 1,000 comments? That's embarrassing. Jesus. Anyway, she's going to rebuild the Jedi. Old Palpatine's daughter, technically, because it was a Palpatine clone that gave birth to it. God, no, this is just... Oh, I don't know. I don't have any faith in this because the writers have been terrible. Goodness me. Let me know what you think down below. Hit subscribe if you're new here. I don't think this is great news. I'm not going to lie. I'm not really that interested. And I'm sure a lot of people else aren't. Because again, not even 1,000 comments, guys. 6.5 million followers. Not even 1,000 comments. That's embarrassing.